Okay, a synthesizer, a planes, and a perilous snare, I'm sure, on the overlords, but I think we got this. The 7-7 there. I will attack just for that little extra damage, and now we're gonna have some fun. I can actually copy Cavallero again, I think. So I'll make Cavallero come in as a copy of Terror of the Peaks and just go insane. Discard 2 cards. I will, with pleasure. And we got the win, man. This was fantastic. Look at the amount of triggers we would still have to to go through. How's it going, everyone? Welcome to another video on the channel. Today's video is another standard rank deck, and it's a 4-color Reanimator. This deck revolves around Cavallero, Mind Beaten. It's a combo deck. What you want to do is very simple. The intro is not going to be long on this one. I'm going to let the videos speak for themselves because you're going to see the combo happen a lot. It's very consistent. Before explaining the combo, I will just explain 3 small things. From the list, the original list that I got, I had the 3 cards that I thought were very important: Time Stop, Phenomenal Recorder, and Insatiable Avarice. This card I thought would be very good when we are in a bind and we need to get the cards that we need. For example, when we can't see a Bringer of the Last Gift and we need one in hand so that we can put it in the graveyard. This I thought it would double the activated or triggered abilities. I thought about this with Cavallero, but it does not work that way, unfortunately. But it's very helpful in other ways that you'll see there in the video. And Time Stop is a great card to add because it will protect you from cards like Strategic Betrayal, Ghost Vacuum, Agatha's Soul Cauldron, etc. You know, cards that mess with your graveyard. So this is a very good one that you, I think, want to have, and maybe even have more than 2, but I think 2 is good enough. Now for the combo itself, basically what you want to do is play a bunch of cards that will just mill yourself, like Town Greeter, Whale of the Forgotten, Quag Feast, Steam Core Scholar. The House Goes Hungry lets you discard, so it's kind of like that. And Awaken the Honor Death, for example. Overlord of the Bailmerk as well. Rakshas's Bargain. So as you can see, you have a lot of those. So you want to mill yourself as much as possible and draw a lot of cards until you have Cavallero in hand, and hopefully Bringer of the Last Gift, Terror of the Peaks, Harvester of Misery in the graveyard, and Overlord of the Bailmerk as well in the graveyard. So when you play Cavallero, you're gonna copy Bringer of the Last Gift that reads: when this creature enters, if you cast it, each player sacrifices all creatures they control, then each player returns all creatures from their graveyard that weren't put there this way to the battlefield. So since Cavallero enters as a copy of Bringer of the Last Gift and you casted Cavallero, it counts as you casting Bringer of the Last Gift. You know what I mean? So everything will get removed, and everything that was already in the graveyard from both players will come back to the battlefield. But here's the kicker: if you have Terror of the Peaks, if you have, let's say, 1 Harvester of Misery, 2 Overlords, and 1 Steam Core Scholar, 3 Town Greeters, and another Bringer of Last Gift, your opponent is pretty much dead. If you have Terror of the Peaks and another Cavallero there as well, you will copy things twice because Cavallero will come back, will enter the battlefield as another creature. You can copy, for example, Terror of the Peaks that will still be in the graveyard. Like, it's crazy, it seems insane, but it works, it's consistent, it's fun as hell. And I'm gonna just let the videos show that, because we have at least 5 or 6 wins to show you guys, and the deck has over 55% win rate in like 30 games that I played, something like that. But it's pretty cool, I really enjoyed it, so I hope you enjoyed the video as well. I hope you enjoyed the deck, and yeah, let's get in some games. Okay, so after testing this deck out on play with a lot of I would say a little bit over 50% win rate, if I had to guess. This is kind of risky, but I will take it. I decided to bring this into ranked because it is super fun to play this. When this works, it's one of those, man. It's one of those crazy like that when it works, you just you love it. You just love this, man. So breathing pool, I'm going to play to life. I'm going to play the Steam Core Scholar, trying to see what our opponent has. So I'll definitely take that one. I don't see our opponent playing with a lot of creatures, but I also don't want to lose a lot of things right now because I don't know what our opponent is playing with. So it's better to just chill for a little bit, you know what I mean? And just be a little bit smart, because our opponent can just play something that deals with our graveyard. I'm going to pass to see if I can Rakshas's Bargain. That would be fantastic if I could, but we'll see. You know what? I'm gonna do this now. So I need to put two things in my hand. I'll go with those two, because the house goes hungry is removal. His removal gives us discard, you know. So next turn I'll town greeter. Worst case scenario or regular case scenario. No lands, so I will try and the house goes hungry. I think that's the play here. I don't know if our opponent will have something, probably, but yeah, that is expected. Not something that I was not counting on. We will most likely try and Quack Fist next turn. We will start with the Town Greeter, but then we will try and Quack Fist. Vivi goes insane, man. It's still one of the best decks in the format, I think. I don't know. I feel like we can still do a job here, you know? So there's that. So next turn, when we need to discard, I'll discard the Harvester of Misery. And then I will try and Quack Fist and Town Greeter, most likely so. Quack Fist, permanent. One of ours less than or equal to the number of cards in your graveyard. Okay, so we can Quack Fist basically everything our opponent plays, but he's thinking because he can already add 2 mana, yeah. Storm Chaser's Talent. You can only do that once a turn. So whatever he plays now is just to ping us, which when I say just, I'm being kind. That kinda helps us, but we will take it. Depending on what we draw, obviously we'll discard the Harvester of Misery, but I wouldn't mind if our opponent played something else and completely tapped out. But he knows we're playing with removal, so that's definitely not gonna happen. So let me first and foremost Town Greeter. Worst case scenario, that's a blocker. Okay, we got something great there. And now we will try and Quack Fist the... Okay, so that was actually pretty good. And we got our 5/5 ready there. So that actually was pretty decent. We're only on 10 life, but, you know, we are doing stuff. Our opponent now needs to be a little bit careful with his choices because he cannot tap out if he wants to counter. Doesn't have Vivi's help. I mean, he might have another one, but it's gonna start from 0. I don't know who the hell thought of this card. First of all, it looks amazing. The card, it's fantastic. But the fact that you don't even need to tap this is insane, man. Like, it's crazy. So we kinda are expecting to get the win against the Vivi deck. I'm happy. As you guys might know, or not, I have never brought a single VV deck to the channel because I do not like the strategy. I recognize the strengths, I recognize the power that the deck has. I know it's a fantastic, but I do not like the strategy. It basically consists on putting VV down and just controlling the board after with counters and removal and stuff like that. Cards that deal damage to the face so that you can use also the ping ability for VV and just go out with a lot of mana. So I like the idea, but at the same time it's not a fun gameplay, you know. It doesn't create fun videos, fun games. So very happy with the win. Let's get to another one. That last win was fantastic. I really hope we get a couple more like those. I'll definitely keep this hand. I will start with the Watery Grave tap because there's nothing we can play turn 1, so that's all good. Okay, is this gonna be like either control or... No, I'm gonna go with the botanical. Either control or artifacts, which is a little bit the same. And we already have the same amount of mana. We just need the Terror of the Peaks to be frank. So, sure, I'll go with that. Take out the Authority of the Councils, so that we can our creatures can come in untapped, which doesn't really make a lot of difference. But if we pull the combo, we're gonna get... Okay, so this is artifact. We're gonna get a bunch of creatures. So, and we get all land. And not what we want is, goddammit. So I'll go with that. Can we search your library? So we can do that and put it on top, or we can just draw 3 cards and see what we get, right? Because we're gonna get 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I'm gonna... Oh, we cannot. But I can do that. So I'm going to get... I don't reveal it. I'm gonna get Terror of the Peaks. It's now on top. And I will discard Terror of the Peaks. So that is absolutely fine. I hope he gets 3 synthesizers, even though he can only put 2 in his hand. He bricked completely. We were lucky, actually. But let's see. So I will discard that, and I will go get... You know what? I'll actually go get the Overlord, so that we can... I'm definitely decline. I'm definitely being greedy. I am definitely being greedy. So I will end turn here. This might go terrible for us. Don't think this we are going to win this for sure. But I think we're in a good spot. But again, this might go terrible for us. Still, maybe the spring loaded saw blades or something. Is that it? We can Steam Core Scholar, so I'm gonna pay to life. I'm going to attack first. Let's see what our opponent does. Okay, now I'm gonna Steam Core Scholar. We still have 3 mana. Okay, it's not enough, but that's fine. Okay, spring loaded saw blades. I knew that was gonna happen. Eventually, at least. Let me think. I want to play the whale, so I'll take that one out. And I'll go with that. Non-land permanent to his owner's end. Force the discard and go with that. So I'll take that. I'll force a discard. And I just got the Overlord back, so that's fantastic. Probably will discard the land or something. Okay, I want to put one into my hand. The Phenomenal Recorder, because I can play it this turn. And do I want to have something? I'll decline. So, Phenomenal Recorder. And now let's see what our opponent does, because he's definitely going to play the... Okay, a Synthesizer, a Plains, and the Perilous Snare, I'm sure, on the Overlords, but I think we got this. The 7/7 there. So, Undercity Sewers, first and foremost. Yeah, that sucked, but I will attack just for that little extra damage, and now we're gonna have some fun. I can actually copy Cavallero again, I think. So I'll make Cavallero come in as a copy of what? Terror of the Peaks, and just go insane. So I think we won. I think it's pretty safe to say. I don't know what to say, man. This is amazing. This is fantastic. No. Thank you, buddy. If you watch the video, thank you. I cannot stop this, or I'll probably lose, but sure, I'll start in town. Why not? Why not? Discard 2 cards. I will, with pleasure. And we got the win, man. This was fantastic. Look at the amount of triggers we would still have to go through. Like, against an artifact deck, which, as you guys know, I love. For me, it's the best deck. It's the most complete deck that exists, so to speak, obviously. Like, I really love artifact decks. They can deal with anything or almost anything. They just couldn't deal with Cavallero Mind Beaten. And you can definitely understand why. I don't know why this card is so cheap. Honestly, IRL, this card is very cheap, and I'm gonna make a commander deck out of it. Probably not as a commander, but absolutely crazy. Love it. Let's get into another one. So we dropped some ranks, but don't get scared. Those losses were on me. In the first game, I probably should have been smarter with the things I destroyed, and in this last game that we lost, we probably should have been more aggressive and not as calm as we were. So I guess that's on me, but all good. We are still in a good position. So we have blue, we have green, we have black. I think I'm gonna go with sure, blue, why not? In Interstep. Doesn't really matter. I'm not gonna Will of the Forgotten unless our opponent plays something crazy. Which, as you can see, it doesn't seem like that's gonna be the case. So I'll actually Undercity Sewers. Watery Grave, sure, it's another land, why not? Those are always good. I will Botanical Sanctum and Steam Core Scholar most likely next turn. Medicant, okay, so that's a different issue, but if we can Steam Core Scholar, we can block unless our opponent removes the Scholar. And we kind of need to start getting some stuff and filling up our graveyards. So I am going to... I'm going to do what? I'll just... No. I want Will of the Forgotten to be useful, so I will take those two. So I want to start. Okay, of course he has. So now we are kind of screwed. We can return Mendicant and he will lose his shelter by ghost, and we will get our team core scholar back. And I think that's what I will try to do. Unfortunately, this is what we have. So we do that. We pay the ward. He loses his shelter by ghost. We get our steam core scholar back. I don't need so much mana in hand or anything like that, so I will just go with that. We need to survive one turn so that our plan works. Yeah, I'll take those two out because I don't want to risk anything. So if our opponent doesn't deal with our graveyard, and if he doesn't deal with the steam core scholar this turn, we are solid. I do not mind that. If our opponent has a way of dealing with our graveyard, we are absolutely screwed. So let's see what happens. Okay, so I think we're good. I did this just to try and preserve a little bit of my life total, you know. So I will attack first and foremost because it's gonna get destroyed. I will now play Caballero. I don't know why it always chooses that one. That's dumb. So we will get Terror of the Peaks. I will kill the Spyglass Siren. I don't want any creatures on our opponent's field. So unless he exiles everything, we're solid, man. Oh, and we have time stop now that we can actually use. So let's see. Another land is definitely not what I wanted. Does our opponent have anything useful? It's only creatures, right? Yeah, any creature card. So we don't have enough for a time stop. This makes it unblockable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We actually do. So pay 2 life. I'm gonna attack with everything. And I'm banking everything on this time stop. Put 4 counters on target. It becomes a 0/0, whatever. Okay, I want to see if our opponent does something else before, because I really need our opponent to kind of like spend all his mana. You know what? I'm gonna do this now. It ends the turn, and I'm pretty sure we got this, and we got this. That's exactly why I put time stop on this deck, on this list. It's very niche. You're not gonna get a lot of uses out of it. You know, with the amount of times you mill cards, you know, you mill yourself with this deck, you could lose your time stops and you have no way of getting them back, but still pretty good. This was like a Hail Mary attempt. If our opponent had one single counter or whatever and mana to play it, obviously we would be dead, but sometimes you need to risk it for the biscuit. And our belly's full right now. That was a stupid joke to end this this gameplay. Let's get into another one. Maddie, standard bearer. Let's see what Maddie is playing with. Only 2 lands, but we have Overlord of the Belmark. I think I'll keep. It's very risky, but we have everything in hand. We just need this one to do its thing, and mana. That's all we need. So I'm gonna go with that tap. There's no point in playing it untapped. And we got another land. Beautiful. Let's start impending the Overlord of the Belmarks, or Merc, or whatever. And I'm gonna go get Town Greeter. I'm gonna confuse our opponent. I'm sure our opponent is like, he must have that in his hand already. Well, play the bet. Look at it. Oh my god. You're adorable, thank you. Okay, I guess our deck really wants us to have Cavallero. So we're gonna go get Breeding Pool and we can make it go in tap. I think we kinda need to go. I'm sure strategic planning is on our opponent's deck. If it's not, I think we might win this turn. Let's see. We're gonna get the Bringer. We're gonna we should have probably take that one out. Cavallero can copy a Terror of the Peaks. Why not? And I think we got this. I think this. Yeah, it seems like more than enough. I don't know, man. You tell me. What do you guys think about this combo here? This is beautiful, man. Look at this. Yeah, I know. Our opponent was a little man screwed. Good game, man. I'm sorry. And look at the amount of manage. What the hell am I saying? Look at the amount of damage that was still on the table. We still had 6, 12, 16, 26, 30 plus 12, 42, if I'm not mistaken, plus the 22 we had already dealt. I don't know, man. It's insanity. It's crazy. When it works, it's just gorgeous. Let's get into another one. That last win, man, that was gorgeous. Greece, Manes, I don't know. Manes. I like this hand. It's a little slow, but our mana base isn't perfect either, so this hand kinda helps a lot. In a dire situation, we have this to discard and kill a creature if it's important. Turn 3 we can go with that, but our plan is to wait until we can actually Steam Core Scholar and move from there. Our plan is always that. So I will go with the Watery Grave so that we don't have to pay. Maybe I should have went with those actually, but who cares. Razor Keen Needlehead. Okay, so rough, but like I said, we always have the option to do this. This is a discardable card either way, so that's perfect. We were not going to play anything else either way, so that's actually pretty good. Now, no Valkite, haste, deals 4, that's fine-ish. It's not great, but it's not terrible either. We are going to Blooming March right now, and I think Steam Core Scholar is the way to go. Okay, so I am not going to put just that, but I will put that one definitely, and I will take out yeah, maybe Starting Town. I was kind of on the fence about what I should take out, mostly because we might need to hardcast a Terror of the Peaks, for example. So, you know, if that happens, then we need to have mana available, but so far so good. So I'm going to Botanical Sanctum. I think I'm gonna go with the exact same thing. No reason not to. I will, yeah, I'll just put that one. The mono red, I don't know if mono red really has a way of dealing with that's fine, I'm gonna block either way of dealing with the graveyards, but we'll see. I think I'm gonna be a little bit, we're still very healthy life wise, so I think I'm gonna be a little bit greedy. I'm gonna destroy the Nova Alkite, which I know is not perfect because he's gonna get it back once I go with Kava arrows, but oh, another Terror of the Peaks. That's exactly why I was greedy. You see? Exactly why. Now, we can die this turn. It's mono red. Who knows? I'm perfectly fine with that. All lands. That was terrible. I will Undercity Sewers just to see what I can get. No, I think I'll keep. I think it's time, right? We will go get the Bringer. And kill our opponent, basically. So yeah, I think we're solid on this one. I doubt our opponent will survive this. As you can see, it's a fairly consistent combo. You can pull it off easily. Like, our opponent is dead already. I don't know exactly what is supposed to happen here. We're on 15 lives, so I don't know how our opponent will get out of this, but I think we're good. So I'm going to take out these two lands. For no specific reason, I will take out Terror of the Peaks because the game is over, as you can see. 2 turns in a row, or 2 games in a row, I might say. 2 very quick games, by the way, so definitely good draws have been happening to us. And we have been able to pull off the combo twice in a row, which we can do that fairly easily. This is kind of like a one-trick pony, but it's a fantastic looking pony. I don't know if I'm gonna play more games, at least on videos, so I guess let's see what happens next. Cody Lee was really into starting this. I barely have had time to press record. Let's hope that's good for us. I like this hand. We will be able to tongue greeter on turn, Quack Feast as well, so let's see. None of the combo pieces are necessarily in our hand, but unless we are ridiculously unlucky, I think since no, I'll actually put this in my hand, even though it's not the card that I will use the most. Which probably is not. So this is gonna be Ugin. I think we will keep that in case we are in dire need of something specific. Jesus, man, 4 lands. I mean 3 lands. I will take. I'll take the swamp. The swamp is the most, like, you know, simple thing ever to take. Next turn I will definitely play the Scholar. So this is nice. Our opponent is ramping up pretty quickly, and I am fairly certain this is an Ugin deck. I mean, where it's the number of different lines you control. I mean, I am just assuming, right? But I think I'm assuming with a little bit of certainty here. So that sucked. So decline. I will now take out one of these, sure, and I think I'll take out the Phenomena Recorder as well. I'll attack. There's no reason not to. I am a little bit confused with what we should be doing, but when Ugin hits the battlefield, which should not take that long, we will have Quack Feast ready for it. Unfortunately, it's sorcery speed, so it's drumming high full. But I'm pretty sure it's gonna be Ugin as well. I'm gonna say it's also Ugin. So we don't have what we want. Which card is better? Well, first of all, attacking is always better. I think I'm gonna steam Core Scholar because it does both things. It draws, and this actually does suck so much, but I will take this. I might need to go get the card from that, so yeah, I'll take that. I have more. We are not seeing the demon. There we go. That was easy to see. Okay, another one. So he's gonna deal 4 at least. Let's see. Exiling sucks. That's probably the worst thing for us. But I still don't think we are in that bad of a position. It will all depend on our next couple of draws and if our opponent gets a lot more Ugins, which I'm fairly certain he plays with 4. Okay, Overlord is not terrible either. I will Undercity Sewers and see what we get, because we might with a little bit of luck. We didn't, so I'm gonna take that one out. I'm gonna go Quack Feast. How many cards? Okay, so 7. That costs how much? 7. Okay, so that's perfect. I will mill 2. That was actually a pretty good card we could have had. I will Town Greeter. I think that's the best play here. Even if our opponent plays another Ugin, it will still do a job. Jesus Christ, brother. I guess we really are not supposed to see what we want in this game. That happens, you know. I'm not gonna sit around bitching and moaning about one game, but you get what I'm saying. Okay, the Iron Crag, that does not scare me. That does scare me because that is just dumb. So if I play that for 2, I will have 3. But I can pay 2 life and go with that. First, I'm gonna go pay that for 2 and see what we get. There's only one thing that really matters to us. I'll go get that, I think. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm gonna pay 2 life. I'm gonna Quack Feast one of these. We are also risking a lot. God damn it, man. How is this possible? We still have 3 of those. One of them has to be in these 4 cards, right? Tell me that one of them is in these 4 cards. Okay, so at least we got one. God damn it, man. So our opponent drew 4 cards. That's scary as hell. We might die. We are only on 10 life, god damn it. That's crazy. Are we gonna die in the turn that we have what we need? So I guess our opponent didn't really see a Nugin. So we're gonna take at least 8. So it's very possible that we die. I just don't know how, but it is very possible. Okay, Ghost Vacuum. Oh my god, I know exactly what he's going to do. What's that? I don't remember. So I'll take a Forest. I have to go with this, but I know exactly what our opponent's going to do. I have to select the Bringer. Oh, it worked. I'm so confused, man. Why didn't our opponent exile that with Ghost Vacuum? Because now he can't. He can exile one of the Terror of the Peaks, but you know what? I'm going to do that because I want to put more things in the graveyard if I can. So I'll put 2 in my hand. So I guess I'll have to put that and I don't know. And that. It takes 1, but we will still have everything else. And now I can copy something else. And we're gonna copy what? I'm gonna copy the Terror. Why complicate things, right? Okay, so we're gonna do the exact same thing. We went to 2 life. That's crazy, man. That is crazy. This is one of the things that arenas should actually change. Like Arena could just allow this to happen, like, you know, automatically, because it's very simple to understand what the hell is happening. I don't think it matters that much, only if we get a starting town. And now it's just let the... Okay, he's gonna gain 3 life, but again, I don't think it matters that much. Look at this, man. 3 games in a row where this happened. Like, that's just insanity. The consistency is off the charts right now. But we cut it super close this time. I mean, we still had all of this damage to deal, and that's insanity, man. But we got it super close this time. The game didn't want to give us a single bringer of the last gift, man. Like, we were on what, like, I don't know, 17 cards before the first one hit the graveyard. Ugin, Thrumming Hive Pool, like, they did a number. I just don't understand why our opponent didn't Ghost Vacuum when I played Cavaero. Like, Cavaero was still on the stack. He could have tapped the Ghost Vacuum and took out the only bringer of the last gift that we had. Sure, we would have copied Terror of the Peaks and still have a threat, but it's not the same thing. It's not even comparable. But another win, we'll take it. Let's see what happens next. So, final thoughts, everyone. I'm pretty sure the videos speak for themselves. I'm pretty sure my happiness when we pulled off the combo speaks for itself as well. I think the deck should or could work a little bit better. Like, I had to make some changes to protect ourselves from some things that were happening in the beginning when I got this list. It was extremely focused, obviously, on Cavaero. It has 4, I don't. Terror of the Peaks, I don't think you need the 4. Bringer of Last Gift, you probably do, but I only have 3 and I thought that was enough. It didn't have cards like Time Stop, Insatiable Avarice, and Phenomena Recorder, for example. I had these cards to cover more bases, you know, because the deck was very focused just on the combo. You want to take out Bringer of the Last Gift, put it onto the graveyard, maybe have Terror of the Peaks, Overlord, Harvester of Misery, you know, cards like that in the graveyard, and then just play a Cavaero, get this one back, wipe the board, and get everything. And that's fantastic. It's a fantastic combo. It works perfectly. It's very fun to play with, and I'm sure it's ridiculously annoying to play against. But then you get cards like Strategic Betrayal, and Time Stop helps with that. You know, you can just end turn and nothing happens. Or Agatha Soul Cauldron, or Ghost Vacuum, or there was one game I played where our opponent played a card that is very old that I'm not remembering right now, that exiles, I don't remember if it's the graveyard or if it's a specific card, but I think it's the graveyard, and you can play that at instant speed as well. So when you play Cavaero and you try to copy the Bringer of the Last Gift, you could just take the Bringer of the Last Gift out and you're screwed. So my thought process was that Time Stop, I think it's important here. I wouldn't take it out. Phenomena Recorder is very useful, especially not in the way that I thought it would be, because I wanted to copy Cavaero's ability, but it didn't work, or at least it didn't work that well. I'm still a little bit confused with that, but it's very good when you copy abilities. For example, the house grows hungry, awaken the honored death. You can mill 6 cards instead of milling just 3, for example, and that's fantastic. You can mill 8 cards instead of milling just 4 if you copy the town greeter ability, and I think that's very good as well. You can deal, let's say you Terror the Peak enters and you only have Bringer of the Last Gift there. Instead of dealing 6 damage, you can deal 12 damage. You can mill 8 cards or double the impending triggers each turn, you know what I mean? So it's helpful. I would probably take out Insatiable Avarice. Like, I thought it would be a card that would be very helpful to get, for example, a time stop when you really need it. But first of all, it's sorcery speed. Second of all, if you want to play all modes, you need to have 5 mana, 3 of them black, and if you're playing a 4 color or 3 color or whatever Reanimator deck, that doesn't work that well. So I would say probably switch Insatiable Avarice for something else that either draws cards or clears the board. Apart from that, man, I had a blast playing with this deck. We have card draw, we have removal. I think maybe take Insatiable Avarice out and maybe a Bitter Triumph. Bitter Triumph would be good here. I just now thought of that, but Bitter Triumph would be good here. But continuing what I was saying, we have removal, we have card draw, we have a lot of milling ourselves to get what we want. And then we have the best part of the deck, which is this little list right here. Is fantastic, and I really think you guys will enjoy this deck if you tried it. Please let me know down in the comments if you do try the deck. Let me know if you changed anything. Let me know what list are you running if you're already running a deck that plays like this. I really hope you enjoyed the video. We're still on pursuing our 300 sub goal. We are getting closer and closer. I think we are 9 away, so share the video if you guys can, comment, like, show YouTube that you enjoyed the video if you did. If you didn't, let me know down in the comments what I can change and improve, and what more do you want to see of. Like I said, if you enjoyed it, please don't forget to subscribe, like, share, comment, all of that good stuff. It's always appreciated. Every single comment, every single like, every single share, every single sub is appreciated around here, and I never take any of those things for granted. But yeah, this was the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. I really like this deck, and I'll see you on the next one.